Coming up, too many students and not enough space. We'll tell you what AU is doing to solve the campus housing problem. A full report straight ahead.
Then, were you left in the dark during the last snowstorm? We'll tell you how lawmakers are trying to make the DC Power Company pay you for the inconvenience. District Wire News starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Rudman.
And I'm Aisha Chowdhury.
American University is working to expand the campus and build dorms near surrounding neighborhoods. But some residents aren't happy with what's in store. Brianna Arredondo reports.
New dorms are coming here to the Nebraska parking lot, but just behind it is the Westover Place townhomes, and these new buildings will be at their back doors.
My question is, why do they need more students? Had a nice little university here for many, many years, and suddenly it's decided to become a major university.
AU President Neil Kerwin says the plan to expand the campus is part of the university's goals. People in the Westover community say they're concerned about noise and their property value. Some have already put their homes up for sale.
Houses average $1 million. They should sell for $1 million. People are putting their houses on the market here for far less than that, just because they're terrified of this building coming in.
Since 2009, the university has been working with these neighborhoods to talk about issues with the plan, and several changes to the first draft have already been made. The university says it will do its best to handle concerns, but one resident says that's just not enough.
We don't want dorms here. They can put a signature building here, they can put any other kind of building here, but not dorms.
Neighbors in AU were given this draft that includes plan for 6 new buildings. AU is expecting to file the draft with the zoning authority next month. For District Wire News, I'm Brianna Arredondo.
American University is kicking off this year's Recycle Mania competition. Almost 600 schools nationwide are registered for the competition, which started Sunday and runs through the first week of April. Last year, the competing schools together recycled more than 84 million pounds. A U.S. EcoSense organization is heading the school's effort with help from the Office of Campus Sustainability. AU finished in 3rd place last year.
Many AU students are making noise about the newly updated disorderly conduct law. Danny Rizzo tells us why many feel the new law is unfair and difficult to enforce.
American University students are facing a crackdown on quiet hours as part of an updated DC regulation. The law, which went into effect February 1st, is intended to encourage a better relationship between AU neighbors and the campus community. The updated regulation now says it is illegal to make an unreasonably loud noise between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. that is likely to annoy or disturb a person in their home. Students complain that the law is too vague to enforce fairly and agree that it needs clarification.
My concern is just how are they going to enforce this, By the time someone could get down here, they're probably just going to be gone. So I don't see it being a practical new law.
An AU public safety officer defined loud noise as a possible house party or car radio, all which they say are likely to annoy neighbors. Some students say it's not the noise that's the problem, but instead the hefty $500 fine and possible 90-day jail time that they see as unreasonable.
Moreover, I think that the penalty is just too harsh, considering $500 for maybe you raised your voice a little too loudly. I don't think that's a good idea.
Public safety did say they'll only enforce the new law if necessary and will try to give students ample warning before they take further action. From American University, I'm Danny Rizzo.
As protests in Egypt enter their 3rd week, President Mubarak is setting up committees to discuss and implement constitutional amendments. Possible changes would set term limits and relax presidential eligibility rules. On state television, Vice President Omar Suleiman also promised to investigate recent violence against protesters and journalists.
An Egyptian student at American University opens up about how her family at home is dealing with the violence. While she receives emotional support from her roommate, she still remains positive about the conflict in her country and the safety of her family. Yesenia Alfaro has the details.
قوة للشعب والثورة حتى النصر, which means power to the people, revolution till victory.
Mariam Aziz never knew a revolution was coming to Egypt. She believes these protests are the best change for her country and her family.
It's very disturbing to say this with all the people who have died, but this is a dream come true. I mean, that's why a lot of us Egyptians are abroad studying, you know, me at AU, and I have friends all over the world, or even the ones back home. I mean, the ultimate dream was always to change the country.
Being away from her parents is not easy for Mariam. She fears for their safety.
My entire family lives in Egypt. I'm just here as a student, so my whole family lives there. And on Friday, which was the 28th, which was the first day of just absolute chaos, the building where my family lives was attacked by hundreds of thugs and looters.
Autumn Rockwork, Mariam's roommate, has witnessed her pain.
When her family would call, she would be extremely distraught sometimes. And during one of the protests, the day that the violence started, she disappeared from leading.
Her family was in danger.
Saturday morning when I called her, she was crying and shaking.
Mariam says she wants peace for her country and justice at the same time.
The root of so many problems, and it's what the government has perpetuated, because where's all the money going?
Although her parents are away, Mariam continues to stay focused in school even when the battle continues in Cairo. For District Wire News, I'm Yesenia Alfaro.
Arizona lawmakers want to ban large gun magazine clips. This comes 1 month after a shooter used the clips to injure Representative Gabrielle Giffords and kill 6 others. Lawmakers are also asking companies to report any suspicious employee behavior.
Facebook CEO and founder Mark Zuckerberg says he is being stalked. Zuckerberg has filed a temporary restraining order against Pradeep Manukanda. The 31-year-old is accused of following Zuckerberg and threatening his safety. A hearing is pending for late February in Santa Clara County Court.
The iPhone 4 hits Verizon stores Thursday, ending AT&T's exclusive contract with Apple. Verizon has already pre-sold roughly 500,000 iPhones. AU student Brendan Bergman is hoping competition between the wireless companies will pay off for consumers.
Just make my life infinitely easier
What?
with the iPhone, because it integrates really well with all the other untold number of Mac products I have. And I'm just trying to decide between AT&T and Verizon, because I feel playing them off each other is going to get me a better deal.
While the big release has Mac fanatics excited, many Verizon customers on campus say they're satisfied with their current phones and won't be flocking to Verizon stores just yet. They say they're happy with the coverage they get in places like the dorms and the metro, and they find the iPhone pricey. The phone starts at $199.
Thieves are finding new ways to detect if your car has a GPS device. After 2 suspects were charged, Fairfax County Police have advised all car owners to remove the marks left on the windshield from the suction cups holding the GPS devices.
Coming up after the break, Pepco in the hot seat. Lawmakers want to know why so many were left in the dark for so long and what can be done to fix it. A full report after the break.
And a local restaurant is finding itself in the center of a federal investigation. We'll tell you which restaurant and how the investigation could affect you.